Good evening. I am trying a new setup for our oracle reading this week. Let's see. We got this week. Three again. Really soft energy this week. Good thing, huh? We've earned it. Yeah, these three. Maybe this one. Hmm. Ooh, a reverse. All right. Let's see what we got. First card out upright was Storm Spirit Chaos. No, no. We're done with this year. Wolf Spirit Family. And in the reverse, air spirit of knowledge. Oh man, y'all. Dude, I might shuffle and start over. I don't know. All right, let me get the book and see what what it says. I'll be back. All right, we're back. I kept the cards. I didn't reshuffle and redraw. And to allow yourself to be supported. But support doesn't necessarily mean that we take all of their advice. You are the intuitive for the third week in a row here. Oh my gosh, there's even the kind of magician figure here. I've never noticed that about this card. Hold on. Let me see. I think the symbolism is about God supporting someone in this light. It looked like a magician at first with a lighted kind of torch, which would have been the third week in a row that we got that symbolism and message. I'll pull those cards at the end so we can see the 3 weeks worth of energy is saying, even if it's a meandering path, if it's a dark, chaotic storm, you know what you're doing. You don't need to take in any more information and do the research. It's time to get up off the couch and act. And while you're doing that, let your community and family support you, not necessarily take all of their advice and information into consideration, but let them support you as you're going through this storm. Yep, because 3 weeks ago, we also got the. All right, I'm back. I was too curious. I had to go pull the other cards. So I have them, we'll screenshot them maybe before this, during this. I don't know what I'm capable of with YouTube just yet, but 3 weeks, 3 weeks ago now we had transmutation. And this week we get chaos. These are both speaking to times of change with a little bit more instability. Times of change has instability because not everything is known yet, and sometimes that's where you're going. But so we had that repeating theme across the 3 weeks here. And the one that I really wanted to draw attention to was the meandering pathway flow, but you have this magician with the lighted staff. So that's what I was talking about. This card in reverse says it's not time to go with the flow. You know what you're doing. Take the action. This is knowledge, right? Light is consciousness. It's a knowing of where to go. And then the Wizards of the Woods with focus showed up the second week. Yeah, just last week. And so again, we're getting told we know what we're doing. Look at this knowledge around you, lighting your path and your way, keeping you headed the right direction. You know what you're doing. And we get that again with the air spirit of knowledge in reverse. And if you look at this card as well, she's kind of getting, if you all believe in like downloads or channeling and intuitive knowing or light knowledge. She's kind of getting this. She's lit up. She's surrounded by darkness. She's not taking in any more research. She's not talking to her friends and taking in opinions. She knows what she's doing. She knows where she goes. It's time to get up off the couch and act. We've got that 3 weeks in a row now. Look at how similar these cards are with darkness, but the person on the card is lit up. You see this guy's smaller. He's right here. There's that winding path. This is just the Wizard of the Woods. Yep, Wizard of the Woods. See that? See that? Okay, this is you. You know what you're doing, you know where you're going. We've got all the knowledge that we need. 3 weeks in a row. Time to move. Time to move. Let's do it. Let's do it in December before we get into 2026 because we get that confirmation again when we had, look how similar these cards are. Had magic in half or sideways, but I say in half, sideways. And this card talks about magic being all around you. So in a sideways position, this is kind of saying, it's not necessarily all around you, it's also in you. You are creating the magic and the magic is in you, right? So we read into that a little bit, but look at how similar these cards are asking us to accept our knowing of what we're doing. I don't have big enough hands to hold this inside. Okay. The point is, look at these cards. The moon, you emotionally know where you're going. She's on water. Oh, she's air spirit. Okay, air spirit in Buddhist teachings is thought. It's considered the strongest element because the thought is considered the subtle winds. So you're the air spirit. Your thoughts are important. You know. Look at how similar these are. 3 weeks in a row. Okay. Let's see. Is there anything else? Yep. So on week 2 and week 3, this was our card this week with family, being loved and supported, even if that's a soul tribe. I don't have a ton of my immediate family. I don't have any of them anymore, but I have lovely cousins and uncles. I have a community I'm building in my new place. And then we have light team spirit guides. Okay, maybe loved ones that passed. We are loved and supported more than we could possibly know. Okay, do we have anything else? And then, so the odd card out, is this true? It's not completely true. It's not a complete odd card out, but we'll talk to it. Generosity in reverse was from 3 weeks ago. And we talked about how this was not just helping anybody that we see coming along and if you're a people pleaser, if you're an empath, we can fall into this trap. You want to be a compassionate person. You see people struggling. You can feel them struggling. You can feel them hurting. This isn't the time. This is time to focus on you once that cup's full. And this card also, in reverse, says a similar thing. Remember, this was think things through, talk to people, do more research, think carefully. No, you don't need to talk to your friends or your family. You don't need 100 opinions. You don't need to do more research. You know what you're doing. So these two cards are also about holding boundaries and serving yourself here in these last week and a half up till Christmas. And then maybe we can help grandma with dinner or something, right? But or do the where they do the what is that where they give away food? Down at the food banks, they do a like serving, right? And serve Christmas dinner and stuff like that. But until then, buckle down. You know what you're doing. All right. Okay, I thought that was pretty cool though. So that's our last 3 weeks of readings. And that was way just too solid of a message coming through to not double back on that, triple back on that, double back on that, to not reflect on what was coming through here for for 3 weeks in a row. 3 weeks in a row, 9 different cards, similar message every time to focus on. But if you see something different in these cards, I'd love to hear what that is. You can drop that in the comments. If you see some different symbolism, how it specifically applies to your life, please let us know in the comments. That's how we develop our intuition even more. So until the next one, I'm glad you're here. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you. See you in the next one. We'll see you in the next one.